Hey guys, what's going on? Meerkat here again. I'm going to be showing you another deck today in the wonderful game of Hearthstone. This is my Aggro Mage deck that I've crafted. I haven't gotten this from anybody else. I've crafted this deck primarily with charge cards and direct spell damage. So, it's pretty fun. I don't have the greatest success rate with it. I probably win maybe 60 to 70% of the time, and where I get that number from is completely off the top of my head. I have no idea what the win rate is exactly, but I would say it's more than half. Not as successful as like a beef stew deck, but I don't know, just trying something new. I haven't seen anybody else play this kind of deck, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna throw back the Flame Strike and the Argent Commander. Try to get some lower costing cards. Alright, well, no turn one, but that's okay. Gonna go ahead and pass the turn. So, the concept of my deck, like I said, is it's got a lot of charge cards and direct spell damage. So, what I want to do is I want to get all my low costing charge minions out onto the board within the first, maybe, I don't know, 6 turns. And then after that, follow it up with direct spell damage like Fireball and Pyroblast. Let's see what he's got here. Come on, snail poop.
I hope you like my invention.
Novice Engineer's been nerfed down to a 1-1. Patch came out recently, and today is the first day that I've played the game since the patch release. It's been about a week since I played. I think the appropriate response would be to attack him in the face, and then I say we just do that, and I think we'll pass the turn. So he's going to be getting rid of my minion there on the board, because he was hoping to do it with the Novice Engineer, but alas, he had to use another card. I'm comfortable with that, and he had to use 2 cards for 1 to get rid of it. Well, I guess technically not really, but he only had to use 1. Don't feel comfortable using that right now. I'd rather wait till a minion was on the board. So I say go ahead and just attack him with the Frostbolt and my hero power, end the turn. It's unfortunate that Pyroblast got nerfed down to 10 mana crystals. The reason that they did that, Blizzard says, was that mages only needed to do 10 points of damage and they could do double Pyroblast and kill the opponent. I personally haven't seen that done very many times. The reason for that, I think, is because with it already being a cost 8, most people aren't going to be in a position where you can get up to turn 8, turn 9, or even turn 10 and do 2 Pyroblast like that. Usually by that time, if you're lucky enough to draw into 2 Pyroblast, as it is already, you're not probably going to be able to pull that combo off, because it's probably going to leave you very vulnerable if you try to do that. Alright, so now is the time I want to go ahead and use my Mad Bomber. Alright, didn't quite pull it off. It's okay. Follow up with an Arcane Missiles. Works for me. And then I'll drop down my charge card. You could be pulling out a multi-shot right now, and then probably not be able to do anything else. There he goes. Oh, it looks like he's got another follow-up. Tracking. I see. Alright, what else we got? He's got a lot of cards in his deck. I'm not really sure what he's trying to do there. But, oh well. Go ahead and do a Fireball. Go ahead and do my hero power. So now he's down to 10 hit points. He's in a lot of trouble. I've got 2 direct spell damage cards. And I've got an ice block to help save me another turn in case I need it. Which I very well might end up having to do that. Might not be able to get to turn 10 as easily as I would like. It's too bad. I really wish they wouldn't have nerfed that card. But, oh well. So at this point, I'm not gonna worry too much about attacking him as I am just getting rid of his minions on the board. Go ahead and drop down the ice block now while we're at it. So now we're just trying to get to turn 10. I don't think he has any cards that are going to heal him. I haven't really come across any hunter decks that have those kind of cards. Of course, everything's changed with the rank ladder reset and the patch that recently came out. Who knows? It's fair game. Okay, that'll be an easy response. I'm not really sure why he would have played the Iron Beak Owl. Is he just trying to distract me with my... whatever. Okay. So, next turn, I think what I'm going to do... There's nothing for me to play this on, but it gives him something to worry about. Maybe I have to throw a card towards instead of just trying to attack me. Yeah, why not? Because turn 9 I'll do Frostbolt, turn 10 I'll Pyroblast.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
And my cat is asking to get through the door. Go on, kitty. So it's looking like he's trying to do that kind of one-turn kill combo, which that got nerfed in 2 patches, or 1 patch prior to the patch that recently came out. So I don't think that's really going to work for him. He's got a lot of card draw. He's running out of cards. He's got 10 cards over me with his card draw. Doesn't matter, dude. You can have all the cards you want in your deck. If you still lose the game, it's not going to be beneficial. Alright. So, we're looking pretty safe. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, now I'm just going to worry about attacking him. Just getting him down low enough. And next turn, we got the game. Yeah, he's done. Might want to be careful there, buddy. You're gonna lose all your cards and end up taking fatigue. Ay. We've got 4 cards left. That's ridiculous. He's got 3 cards and I've got 18. A full board, but no, whatever. It's not gonna win him the game. Nice try. That's funny. Alright, well, let's end the game. Alright. So even though Pyroblast did get nerfed, it's still a very viable card in this type of deck. I'll hop into one more game for you guys. So that was pretty successful run. I don't think that hunter needed to pull out every card in his hand. Oh man, I am tired. I just got up not too long ago. I need my coffee. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I need coffee every day. If I do not have coffee, I struggle. Got nothing for turn 1. I could use arcane missiles, but that'd be a waste. Alright, looks like we've got a Warlock Murloc deck. Yep, I can guarantee it's going to be a Blood Imp or another Murloc. Yeah, there he goes. Alright. Well, so I think the appropriate response here would be to throw down my Mad Bomber. Cool. Alright, cool. Could not have asked for that to have gone any better. With the exception of maybe hitting him one more time. So this is going to be really important for me to focus on getting rid of his minions. This style of deck, he's really focused on just doing as much damage to me as early as possible. So if I can fizzle his rush out in the first 4 or 5 turns, I'll most likely have the game. I think what I want to do here... actually not, I don't want to pull that off yet. I want to get rid of one card first. Alright, now hopefully this does 3 damage to his minions, but why not? Oh! Alright, cool. Could not have gone any better. Cool. Yeah. So I'm just gonna focus on getting rid of his Murlocs for right now. He's got a lot of Murlocs in his deck, that's what his deck comprises of. And if I can just focus on getting rid of them all, then yeah. He'll run out of steam. Alright, buddy, you can pass the turn. Hello.
Hello.
There he goes. Alright, I guess I could drop down a Murloc, attack him with my Pyroblast, or my Fire Blast, hit him in the face, pass the turn. He's probably gonna have to do his hero power, yep, which is good for us because the more he does that, the less amount of health he's gonna have, the quicker he's gonna end the game on himself. Because if we keep focusing on just doing damage to his minions, he's just gonna keep doing damage to himself and get himself in a very vulnerable spot for things like Pyroblast and Fireball. Alright, so that's an easy response. I'll attack him with that. Attack him with that. Do a Frostbolt in the turn. He's probably very frustrated. The type of deck that he's playing is a very popular deck, and a lot of Warlocks have been very successful with it. I feel rather proud that the deck that I've crafted is not necessarily a counter deck, but it very easily can handle his deck. Just get rid of that. I don't think I need to throw down an ice block right now. I'm not too worried, so I'll just try to do as much damage. So yeah, he's at 12 health right now. If he does another hero power and I can get to turn 10, we'll win the game. Yep, alright, cool. So I just gotta focus on doing damage to his minions like I've been doing the whole time. Unfortunately I don't quite have the response for that. Well, actually I do have a charge card. I'll just use this against it. Kind of a waste of a card, but that's right. In the situation we're in, I need to get rid of his minions. Alright, Argent Commander. So that's the card I want to get rid of. Go ahead and do damage to him. So I very well could win the turn, or win the game next turn. 3-7, that would win the game. Let's see, 4-5 if he did another hero power. Yep. So now he's really got to focus on getting rid of my minions. All right, that's game. GG. I just gotta wait one more turn. Oh, nope, never mind. Hello. Alright.
Well played.
They'll never know what.
I don't know why that cracked me up, seeing that card throw that knife like that. I don't think I've actually ever won with throwing that card on the board. Oh, alright. So yeah, there you go. There you have it. That's my Aggro Mage deck. I'll pull out from the menu here and show you what the deck consists of real quick. Alright, I've got 2 arcane missiles. You'll want to use this for early board game advantage to try and get rid of his minions. Abusive Sergeant, this is a good card to throw down if you happen to draw it and you already have a minion on the board. You want to do as much damage to the hero as you can. You don't really want to focus on getting rid of his minions unless you come across a deck like the one I did in the second game there with the Murloc Warlock deck. Usually I just try to focus on attacking the hero, and when I do that, I end up leaving my minions on the board. They're vulnerable. He ends up having to take the time and effort to get rid of them. Meanwhile, I just keep throwing down charge cards, and every single turn he's got something to deal with. But yeah, last game that didn't work out that way. We just had to be patient. Elven Archer, this is good, in my opinion, for either doing damage to the hero or getting that 1 extra hit point off of a minion on his board. Leper Gnome, like I said before in a previous video, I think this card is very undervalued by most players. I think it's a worthwhile card to have in just about every deck. If it's turn 1, you can definitely do 2 points of damage if it doesn't get silenced, and most likely you'll be able to do 4 points of damage because a lot of heroes see the 1 hit point. They'll go ahead and attack into it with their hero power, like a rogue or a druid. Frostbolt, good for removal, good for direct damage. Probably one of the better cards in the mage deck just because of the low cost and the utility of it. Bluegill Warrior, just a low level charge card. Use it wisely against the hero or against a minion depending on your situation. I've got 2 Iron Beak Owls I use primarily to get rid of his taunts. I had one game that I played where the guy only had taunt cards. He just kept playing taunt after taunt after taunt. And yeah, I lost the game because I didn't have a response to that. Most people don't play that kind of game. They play a variety of taunt cards with other cards mixed in. But for the most part, 2 Iron Beak Owls, you'll be able to get through most games. I've got Mad Bomber. This is a very situational card. You'll want to use it when he's got minions on the board. I don't recommend throwing him down when there's no minions on the board. And I don't recommend you throw him down if you have your own minions on the board. This is a one-man show. He's Mad Bomber. What can you say? He does random damage between all characters. So again, use that card very wisely as well. 2 Ice Blocks. This is just a good card to have. I have 2 of them to try and stall the game until I can get to that Pyroblast. I've got Arcane Golem. 2 of these, very good card. Does a lot of damage for charge with only a 3 cost. But you want to make sure that you try to use it towards the end of the game, unless you have your combo planned out for turn 6, turn 7, or turn 4, turn 5, turn 6. You're guaranteed that you're going to be able to win the game, so you can throw it down early. Just make sure that you don't give him the advantage by giving him that mana crystal. Most times I have to use this at the end of the game. Wolf Rider is a good... we actually didn't see any Wolf Riders or the Arcane Golem. But Wolf Rider is a good charge card to attack the hero with. Usually I won't... usually I will not... use it on minions unless I absolutely have to. If it's a very scary minion, I'll use it on that case. But because it is a 3/1, I'd like to maximize the damage on the hero and not worry about taking out like a 2/1 card or something like that. I've got 2 Fireballs, very great card. Again, like the Frostbolt, just beefier. I use it to attack the hero with, or I'll use it to remove a minion depending on the situation. Leroy Jenkins. This is probably one of my favorite cards in the whole game, just because of his battle cry. And not the battle cry that he gives 2 whelps to your opponent, just the battle cry of him screaming Leroy Jenkins. Brings back memories of my WoW days. Nightblade, I've got 1 of these. I used to have... a different 5 cost card. It was a charge card. I can't remember the name. Stormwind Knight, I think, or something. Anyways, this guarantees it'll do 3 damage, and it's a 4/4 that he'll have to deal with. A lot of people don't like this card, they don't find it very useful, but for the purpose of this deck, I just want to try to do a lot of damage to the hero as much as I can without worrying about his minions, unless I have to absolutely worry about his minions. Argent Commander, this is probably one of everybody's most favorite card, and why not? It's a 4/2 for 6 with Charge and Divine Shield. Pretty much guaranteed a 2 for 1 out of this one. Very, very useful card. Reckless Rocketeer, this is just a beefier version of Argent Commander, but a much more fragile version, so use it discreetly. Flame Strike, I use that just to try to buy me a turn if I have to wipe the board in conjunction with my, my Ice Block. Yeah, if I have to wipe the board, it's a great card for that, and hopefully stall the game until I can get to my Pyroblast. And I have 2 of them, not so that I can do 20 points of damage in 2 different turns with the Pyroblast cards. I have 2 of them so that I can draw into it, preferably within the first 10 turns. Now, it used to be 8, but yeah, it's just having 2 increases your odds of being able to draw one, because I found that if I only had 1, a lot of times I was really relying on having to get lucky enough to pull it out and be able to finish the game with it. But if you have 2, it can kind of bite you in the butt too if you end up pulling 2 of them and you have like 2 Pyroblast and Bluegill Warrior in your hand and it's turn 5. That kind of sucks. But I would rather have that situation where I was guaranteed to have at least one of those Pyroblast than to go throughout the whole game and not draw into any of my Pyroblast or even my Fireballs and just kind of think, oh crap, I can't wait till that card comes out. So anyways, that's my deck. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave any comments below, and I'll talk to you next time. Alright.